Mackies.
That's what she wants, man.
I can't like that. Because I want to be a shed under the blanket. That's what she wants. It is that. Hey.
All right. So I've made a massive order on Amazon. We've got, you know, I've got plasma cutters and metal chop saws and all that other stuff. But what I'm really running low on is like consumables like cut-off discs, grinding wheels. I've got an extra set of hearing protection coming because either Mason or Lita, probably both, probably mostly Lita. I mean, you guys can see where Mason's at right now. He's supposed to be out here and doing 50% of the work, but I haven't seen him yet. He didn't even go with me to pick this up. It was Nate. Anyways, consumables. I have this 4-inch grinder that I bought recently because I had another DeWalt that was a paddle. It had the paddle switch here. It ended up just dying on me. So I ran up to the store. This was when I was working on the trailer or something. I can't remember. And this one has the on-off switch, which is nice, but it's also dangerous. Like, I've had these cutting wheels grab and throw this thing out of my hand, and this thing is still going all over the ground because this button is a hard button. So I've ordered another 4-inch with a paddle, and I have a 7-inch coming as well. Along with, like I said, consumables. I got some more grinding discs coming, cut-off discs, a face shield. Like right now I have these safety goggles on, but you still get pelted in the face by things sometimes. So got those wheels cut off. I mean, there was literally, like, it took all of, like, I honestly probably didn't even have to cut the welds. I like bumped it with a sledge and they just fell off. There was some angle pieces here, that one there. There was a shorter one running here, and there was a longer one running there. I bought this for another project that never ended up going through. So my idea is to notch this out of this beam so that this can sit down flat on both sides, and I'll have something wider because the doors are going to be a lot wider than this. Some of them are 10 feet, but I think these are 8 feet long. I think 8 feet long. I measured it. I have the tape measure out here, right here. I meant to order some new tape measures because my tape measures, I got a Lufkin over there that's stuck out 24 inches. I've got this this Walmart Chinese crap. It's broken in a piece here. But yeah, it's 8 feet. It's an 8-foot piece. And like I said, some of the doors are about 10 feet. But this will allow me to stick a piece of steel or a beam or whatever you want to call it and clamp further out so that we can build our corners. And like I said, I want to notch this so I can slide these back and forth basically. And what I want to do is keep this steel and not painted, so I can just clamp my grounding clamp for welding to this, and I don't have to keep clipping it onto different pieces that we're welding. I might even just weld a tab onto this and we just clip the weld onto the frame. Yeah. And anything that touches this, we'll have to clean the top of this off. Anything that touches it, it'll just be grounded. Still have to do something with these back tires. He's got an extension, a socket extension, welded to this with that tire on it, which honestly, this one's working out pretty good, but this other side's broken. I mean, you can see at one point somebody added another 18 inches to it or whatever. But you can see this one's all boogered up, and this wheel's wanting to fall off. Dad gave me these, so I was considering on replacing them with these, but I don't know what to do with that. It definitely sits a lot more level. I mean, this out here on my driveway is a little lower than this, but with them wheels off, it sits a lot more level. So I think I'll mark these tubes and we'll weld these caster wheels back on. Probably won't go directly back on that where it was, but. And then I don't know what they use this thing for. I don't even know what that is. I don't know, maybe they, I don't know what they had that for. Then they had this little table here that was Mickey Moused off to the side here. I cut that off. This looks like somebody did a decent job welding this on, but they tried to weld this bolt to this, and that's broke. So now, look at that. Now I was driving down the road like that. I thought this was actually on there. Yeah. So we're gonna have to fix something with that and try to get this ready for our first load of steel to do our doors. There's talk like we might go to his place and watch a couple doors get made. Watch him make a couple doors, help him make a couple doors. And then there's also talk that he's so busy that we might just jump on a door. And if I have any problems or any questions, then I'll just be able to contact him. Because he seems like he's pretty busy. So anyways, we're just waiting on the Amazon truck, aka the mailman. And for some reason our neighborhood is like the last one on his list.
Yep.
Hey man, I said our mailman's gonna hate us today. I'm sorry. She just likes to shop.
Yeah, right.
No, this isn't here. I mean, it's not true.
Yeah. Well, we're done.
Bottom box is bullshit.
Yeah?
It said heavy on it. I didn't.
Well, supposed to be 2 more boxes. He can't find them. So we'll just start opening these up like Christmas presents. Start ripping into them, woman.
Not shit right there.
Open them right there where Mason's at. $20,000 worth of tools. Magnetized. Oh, I bet those are the magnet corners. I don't remember what I bought. What is that?
Oh no!
That ain't even for me. That's for you.
This is damn, that came quick. This is the stuff they sent me for free.
She said, "Oh no."
She said, "Oh no, I unboxed it on camera, and I wasn't supposed to unbox it on camera." Cutting wheels. 7-inch or 7-inch cutting wheels. Okay.
Welding mag.
I can't believe how fast that came.
50.
That's what she said.
That's crazy. Damn it! Now I have to do that video.
This is 50 pounds.
No, it's 50-pound holding weight for the magnets.
So what's that do?
These came with that.
Oh, okay.
But these are nice because, like, if you're trying to weld up a corner, you can use this to hold the 2 pieces. See how it sticks? Should hold it. That's one of them. That's the 4-inch. Should be a 7-inch too. That's some pieces from my welder I needed. This is some flat discs. 7-inch. Man, 7 is so much bigger than 4. Obviously, but but they just look massive. Look how big they look.
Yeah.
You ever seen 7 inches before?
I mean, I tried it. Oh, that's the 7-inch right there. Mason just gave up. He's like, that's too many boxes. No, all right, here's our clamps. We got us some clamps. Where's your knife? Let's go, boy. I got us 3 sets of these. Oh, and they pivot too. That's nice. 3 sets of those. Grinding mask. Metal blade. I don't know if it's going to fit our skill saw. I thought our skill saw was 8 inches because I didn't buy the skill saw. 7-inch grinder. We got some more 4.5-inch cutting discs. I got...
You need to take a picture of all this stuff.
I don't know what this is. Oh, these are the wire wheels. Nice. Got some wire wheels. This is MIG dip. MIG pliers. 7-inch. That is. Yeah.
What are we missing?
I don't know. I'll have to go through Amazon and look. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Some magnetized pieces. These came free with that spool of wire that I bought. Some MIG dip. This I actually didn't mean to buy. I was supposed to take that out of the cart.
The wheel.
Because I need to buy the saw for this. Anyways, I guess we'll keep that. 7-inch cutting wheels. 7-inch flap discs. Mid pliers that I just threw on the ground. Just some more tips and stuff for the welder. Another 4-inch angle grinder. 7-inch angle grinder. Wire wheels for the 4-inch. Cut off discs. What else we got, guys? Is that it?
Yeah, those are empty.
Clamps. I bought 3 sets of clamps. And a grinding mask. So I'll have to go through Amazon and make sure that,
See what you're missing.
because he was saying he's, what, 2 or 3 more
2
boxes? Yep.
You might find him and come back here. I mean, there's
Oh, he said if he finds them, he'll come back through today, but it might be tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bug flew right up my nose. Man, this 7-inch is no joke. The only part that welded on good. Nice. It's the only part they welded on good on this entire thing. What? Huh? What? This is the only part that they welded on good. Look at all that rust that was in there.
Go down flat.
Yeah, you can kind of like use the edge. Use the leading edge. Yeah. There's a side button you have to push and then you can pull the trigger.
Oh,
It's a safety feature.
that's kind of
It's only to get it started. I wouldn't start it on there. Just push the side button in. There you go. You're so sexy.
It's not too bad.
Problem is it flexes a little bit. And it's not perfect. This won't fit in the middle here. It's like the middle's bowed out just a little bit. I don't know that we'll ever have that in the middle. All right, it is now Monday. We haven't heard anything from the door guy, so I'm starting to get a little nervous. Like, he was supposed to contact us Friday and let us know about these doors. And I mean, I don't know if I mentioned this when we went out there and we talked to him. You know, I got to looking at the doors and I'm like, you know, maybe I need to watch or help you build a door or two. And it was basically like, any dummy with a tape measure can build these things. Like, yeah, I don't know. So we left out of there, and me and Lita and Mason got to talking, and we were like, Mason and Lita were like, dude, we can build these. We can do this. So I texted them later that night. I'm like, all right. They seem to really think that we can build these. You know, let's do this. Let's get started. This guy's supposed to be like super backed up, needs help so much. And I didn't hear anything back from the text message. And then another day goes by. And then finally, like 2 days later, I call him. I'm like, hey, I don't know if you've seen my text message or not, but we want to go ahead and give these doors a shot. And then he's like, yeah, I seen your message. I'm sorry. I've been super busy. I'm like, yeah, I know. That's why I gave you a day or two. He's like, I'm thinking maybe you should come out and watch me build a door, help me build a door. He says, because not any dummy can build these things. And I was thinking, man, just a couple days ago you were saying any dummy with a tape measure can build these things. So he said he was going to call me back. That was Thursday. He said he was going to call me back the next day. He was going to look for, you know, because there's all kinds of different designs of doors. He's like, I can start you out on like a basic door. Cool, sounds good to me. I know he was going on a short little vacation thing in Orlando over the weekend, and I wouldn't hear from him over the weekend, but I figured I'd hear from him by Friday. So still nothing yet. It's Monday now. We're going to ride up and we're going to talk to this mechanic about the Mack. Kind of afraid to throw any of these boxes away. That's kind of why we're keeping them under here. I mean, worst case scenario, if something happens and this doesn't work out, I mean, I don't know. I don't normally send stuff back, but I just don't know what to do. You know, I wake up a million times in the middle of the night and I'll be like, you know what? I'm excited. Let's do these doors. And then I fall asleep, and then 15 minutes later I wake up and I'm like, we should just get another truck. We should just get another truck. Lita does not want to get another truck. She's pretty hard against that. Right, babies?
Yeah.
So
I don't think a payment's the way to go, man.
It's a rough industry out there right now. But we still want to get the Mack fixed. And this guy we drove by his place the other day, and he's back. So we just want to ride up there and kind of pick his brain, see what he thinks is going on with this Mack. This doesn't really have a good camera holder in here, does it?
No.
So anyways, that's what we're going to do. We're going to shoot up here and see what he has to say. I got to bring Lita along with me because I don't think he speaks English very good. So we'll have to see about that. I don't know what this channel is going to turn into. I mean, eventually we're just going to run out of like trucking stuff, and I know a lot of you guys are here for trucking stuff. I know a lot of you guys are here that are like die hard, you know, we'll watch you make a peanut butter sandwich in Walmart parking lot. So I don't know what to do with the channel. I'm hoping now that we're home, hopefully we'll be making some money too, and we can do some more like Mustang content. Just don't know how much of this door stuff. I mean, once you've seen one door built, other than it being like a little different, you're going to see them all built, you know? And I don't know that we're going to have time to set up and do camera angles, especially in the beginning. When we're trying to learn this, I'm sure it's going to be stressful. Lita's going to be screaming at me.
Yeah, right.
She's going to be punching me in the face because things aren't going her way.
That's going to be you and Mason.
Me and Mason. So I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do about it. You know, I'm scared because the YouTube money is a big help. It has been a big help, but I can't keep doing trucking in hopes that I can keep making YouTube money in order to keep the trucking afloat. That just doesn't make any sense.
Lots of people have tried that and it doesn't work.
Yeah, if our channel was a lot larger and we were making a lot more money, then that would be a different story. Like if we could just take a load every once in a while and like, which that's what I was hoping the channel would get to at some point, where we could spend more time in places that we stop. And
you can't run like that.
Well, I mean, if you're making money off of YouTube, you know, we could spend more time like stopping in places and doing some sightseeing, but it seems like videos like that don't do good. The only videos that do good are ones where we break down.
Yeah. When bad
People want to see carnage, and I don't know. All right, we're gonna run and see this mechanic. I don't know if he's okay with me bringing the truck up there. I hope it'll make it up there. Obviously won't be bringing the trailer, but I hope it can make it up there, because me and Mason didn't even make it 3 miles.
Yeah, I mean that was pulling the trailer too. But
Yeah, I don't know if that matters or not.
I don't either.
All right, so we're gonna go see this guy. I'll let you guys know what he says. One thing I hate about these buttons, I don't think that's the road. Yeah, I don't like the buttons on it. The buttons are hard to press.
Maybe
That's the one complaint I have about that.
Maybe it's because it's new. What are you
know,
gonna do with the GoPro?
I don't know.
Probably sell that fucking camera.
I don't know what to do. I have 2 different camera angles.
I don't know. You know the GoPro's gonna shut off though. So are you really gonna have 2 different camera angles?
Look at all these trucks, dude. I mean, are these people that just gave up on their truck? Or are these trucks that are like waiting to get worked on? That truck burnt. Look at that. That's completely burnt to the ground. It's just a scrap of burntness. Volvo Freightliner? Or are people just paying them to park the truck here? Oh man, he's supposed to be the best. Everybody's telling me take this truck to him here.
I don't see any Macks.
Bunch of all those.
Look at that one, says Freight Shaker on it.
Oh yeah.
That's funny.
I don't know. Alright. Just got done talking. Just got done talking to this mechanic. That pressure valve that I couldn't get an answer on from Worldwide or Nakarados, he says, no, you're not supposed to be able to blow through that. He's saying the MP8 is the best engine to have. Huh. Best engine. He says that Cummins and everything else is junk. I couldn't take my truck here and get it repaired if I wanted to, though. He's got like 15 end frames he has to do. He is backed up. Look, and they just brought in another truck that's broke down.
What is it?
Looks like a Freightliner.
Yeah.
Oh, so I guess we're gonna shoot over to Worldwide. But see, when I was in Worldwide, they had a mechanic in there. That's when I took that picture of that green truck.
Yeah.
And I asked him about blowing through there. He's like, nope, that's not it. It's your injector cups.
Yeah.
Like everybody's like, injector cups, injector cups, injector cups.
Yep.
This guy doesn't seem to think it's injector cups. He said to check that. I got that part number on my phone.
Check that
we could call Worldwide and see if they even have it in stock and see how much it is before we drive all the way over there.
Yeah.
But that's, I mean, I'm pretty sure they could probably look it up too. But he said to check that, to check the, there's some O-rings in the fuel line. He said, but there's that fuel filter, the clear fuel filter housing, the water separator housing. He says, if that still has fuel in it, what was he saying? If that still has fuel in it, then the problem is
in the return. He said there's 2 caps.
Yeah, so our new fuel filter housing too, our primer pump, there's the spot for the fuel filter to go, and then if you don't have the second fuel filter, there's a cap that screws in there to bypass that, the second fuel filter. What happens is normally they'll run that second fuel filter if you don't have that plastic dome for the water fuel separator. But since we have that, they usually cap that since it's going over to that other fuel filter. I don't know. We'll check on this this bolt valve. If you want to give them a call, and I'll check that cap too that he said. And he said to wiggle the fuel lines too, and if it's got a bunch of play in it, the O-rings in those fuel lines might be worn out too. I mean, that would be nutty. All right, let you know. Super nice guy though. He just built a house in the Dominican Republic, and he was showing us videos. Amazing house, and absolutely amazing. Super nice guy. He's got too much work for one person though, so getting in line there to get your truck fixed, you would probably be sitting a year. All right. All right. Lita called Worldwide, which is a Mack place here in Valdosta, and they were absolutely no help. Like, they couldn't find a part number. They couldn't tell us anything. It was an absolute joke. Gave them our VIN number and everything. Couldn't figure it out. So I got online, called a place, Class 8. He struggled to figure it out. But then he's like, okay, I gave him a part number that I was looking at. He's like, yep, okay, that's the part number. After what, like 15 minutes on the phone with him? And giving him the VIN number. Finally, he's like, yep, that's the part number. I go to order it, and they're out of stock. So I got to go inside. Now I have the actual part number, and hopefully we can get this part ordered and figure out. I'm going to go out there, and I'm going to check that fuel filter housing, too, to see if that cap thing's loose. Is this thing? All right. We got to say, we ordered us a new valve. Still no word on the metal doors. So I'm about to order a bunch of banjo washers, but I can't find what size they are. It doesn't say anywhere what size they are. They're just trying to charge you $5 per washer. So if I can find them cheaper for the size, then we will. So I'm going to take one of these banjo washers off. I'm going to measure it. I'll go ahead and order enough banjo washers to do all the way back to the fuel pump, and from the fuel pump on the other side of the fuel pump back, I think. And then that mechanic was also saying that the fuel lines have O-rings in it. The push clamps have O-rings in it, and those O-rings can go bad. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, a little bit of an update. Checked all those O-rings under there. All the O-rings look great. There are fittings that those plastic pieces connect onto. So basically it's a fuel line with these, maybe I can show you over here. But the fittings look like this right here. They have this like flat spot, and then there's like 2 plastic claws that grab onto this. So it's like a quick connect. There's a fitting that goes in here that has an O-ring that runs into here, and then there's 2 plastic claws that hook onto this. A bunch of these fittings under there I just tightened up. A couple of them are pretty loose. Was that the problem? I have no idea. But the fittings, it doesn't look like you can really replace it, because they look like this right here, right? And these little plastic pieces here are what wrap around and connect to this flat piece here. And in order to get these off, it's pretty simple. These are kind of dry rotted, but there's like a flat spot usually. Let me see if I can see it. Yeah, this one's dry rotted too. Anyways, you just push down on what looks like you would pry out. You push in with your finger, and when you do that, these little plastic things go in and then spread these apart so that they can come out from wrapped around that, if that makes any sense. Anyways, this is the check valve. This is the second time I've taken this out. I went ahead and ordered a new one. I don't know how strong this spring's supposed to be. I don't know if I talked about it last time I pulled this out either, but there was kind of like a glob of, I think I did talk about it. It was almost like this Teflon tape. When they use this Teflon tape, it's like the Teflon tape came off and was kind of like globbed up there. Now I did take this apart and clean it up, and that didn't help the problem last time. But I think the part was like 20 bucks. It was like maybe $30 shipped. Figure, let's go ahead and just replace it, because like I said, I don't know how strong that spring is supposed to be. We've got the other one obviously coming, and I've figured out how they have these fuel lines running. So basically you have a line coming out of each of the tanks, and they go up to a T, and then from that T, that's the T that I took apart a minute ago and cleaned up. There's a forward T, and then there's a return T. So there's a T that comes to feed the truck, and then there's a return that comes back. In the return, there was another glob of crap in the return T as well. So we've got that cleaned out. We got all that back together. Anyways, so two lines go from the top or from the bottom of the tank up to that T. From that T, it comes straight around the T to this other fuel filter, which connects to I believe it's this one, or maybe it's this one. And it's a straight T. I've ran my hand all along the almost the entire hose, and I don't feel any chafes, any nicks, anything. I can't even find this line. If I wanted to replace this line, I can't even, I don't even know. Like, you can type in Mack fuel line, and it usually shows like little pieces of, I don't know. Anyways, I can't find this fuel line. So we're just going to clean up everything. We're going to, I know a lot of people in the comments are saying, oh, it's a check valve, it's a check valve. Some people are like, I work on Macks for a living. It's your cups. It's your cups, it's your cups. And then I have other people saying, nope, it's not your cups, it's this, it's that. And other people are like, why don't you listen to me? This is what's wrong with it. And another person will be like, why don't you listen to me? This is what's wrong with it. And I feel like I'm being torn back and forth, and I can only do so much, you know. I hope it's not the cups. I really do. I really hope it's not the cups. So we've got some, like I said, we've got some pieces ordered. We have to wait for them to show up. And I don't know. Hope that fixes. Oh, I've got a bunch of a lot of people suggested I go around and replace all the banjo washers. I couldn't find out what size the banjo washers were, so I just bought like an assortment of like all kinds of different sizes of banjo washers. So hopefully that'll be it. And if I find out which banjo washer like it comes with like 10 different sizes, if I figure out which one it actually is and I need more, then I'll know what size it is. So that's pretty much it. We're pretty much to a point right now where we can't do anything until we get some parts. In. I've cleaned up everything underneath I can think of. I mean, it's I took and pressure washed the engine real good so that I could see if there's any more leaks. Now, the banjo bolts on the fuel pump that we just replaced, I do see like a little couple of drips of what looks like it's fuel dripping off of those. I'm pretty sure it wasn't dripping before. I don't think the fuel pump was the problem, obviously. or lift pump. Everybody's like, it's not a fuel pump, it's a lift pump. There's fuel in it and it pumps, it's a fuel pump. I don't see any other type of fuel pump. Like I said, because the lines just come off the tank, wrap all the way around the frame, go down under here, and up to that fuel filter over there. So that's pretty much it. We're at a standstill now until we get some parts in. And cross my fingers, I hope it fixes them. So I guess I'll see you in a couple of days. This is the brand new check valve right here, and I can blow through it. So that's not going to fix that problem.